I know there's not a whole lot I wanted to go over with you.
Yeah.
2 sessions, the Hope and the Fiona and the Littles. So, looking at the data for with Tiffany and Johnny, you're pretty consistent about with your positive verbal. You know, for every hour you're between 40 and 46 counts. That's pretty good. You know, that's back and forth, and I keep data on both children because sometimes what we notice is one child will be more demanding and the parent would give more attention to that child.
Sure.
You are across the board, like very within range of equal attention going to equal child. That's not even a concern that I have at all. Even with the positive action, like meeting their needs, basic needs and stuff like that, you're an even Steven dad. There isn't one that gets more than the other, which is always nice to see. Because sometimes it is hard. Some of our kids tend to be more demanding than the other one. Tiffany tends to be a little bit more independent, and Johnny tends to be a little bit more needy, but you know, your data shows that you're able to multitask and spread your love among both of them. Johnny does tend to be the one that is the little bit more needy, and you have Little Miss Independent. In fact, I was looking at. Oh nope, I take that back. They're both pretty much the same. I think it kind of is given maybe a certain circumstance, but no, they're pretty much the same. No safety issues observed. There's no reason that I felt that I needed to go prompt, anything like that. Bathroom transition works pretty good. I just did talk to Sam too that I've noticed a little bit of a regression with, not so much the data with the hallway transitions with you, but the kids are kind of getting away from knowing that that's the expectation. And what concerns me, and I just did talk with Sam that we have to make sure that we are following that, because when it gets warmer weather, sure we're going to want to go to the park, right? And we talked about there's not safety concerns per se in the clinic, but just knowing that as parents that we can follow through with having them very close by. Kids don't run with you. I don't know. They kind of stay pretty close to you. We've got some runners with mom.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep following up with that expectation with that. One of the things that I did that was an underlying theme for both this week and last week was the sharing issue. Did you notice that at all? I mean, it was a couple days ago, so it might be hard to remember specifics, but do you remember anything about where your kids are at with the sharing right now, or what's your thoughts on it?
Oh, I have to try to remember back. That was on Monday.
Well,
what were they,
what
was
are
it toys or?
What are your general thoughts about their age and sharing?
I don't know.
Was it easy for Johnny, for like Fiona, and do you remember anything about like Tony or Fiona going through that stage of difficulty with sharing?
Typical kid stuff.
Yeah. What did you do, or even your older kids, do you remember any ways that you taught them how to share, or what works for you, or what worked?
Well, the older two, that was a long time ago, but
Yeah.
I remember when they got older, they started fighting.
Uh-huh.
They went through a little phase of fighting when they got much older. But, you know, I seen that in my uncle and my aunt. My uncle's 2 years older than me. I'm trying to remember now. I used to remember that very well. No, we were the same, I don't know, close in age. And him and his sister got into a fight one time, and she ended up scratching him. Hey, sharing, I don't ever really remember it being an issue. I'm sure it's good to teach them that. You know.
Do you think it's an important skill at this age, or something that they should learn at this age, or?
To share?
Yeah. Or do you think there's other things that are more important, or?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's all important, right? I mean, we gotta get along in the world together. And, we gotta share the road, you know. I get a kick out of watching these auditor shows, you know, and they say that because they talk about people's rights, and they say we're one person's rights end, another one's begin.
Okay.
I don't know if it was a cop saying that or who was saying that, but he was saying it's kind of like sharing, I guess, because we all got rights and we gotta, you know. So like, I don't know what an example would be. Like, you know, the First Amendment, the right to, that's what that auditor show is about, the right to photograph in public.
Oh, okay.
So, but where one person's rights start, the other person's end. So like, you can photograph in public, but if you start going up over top of somebody's privacy fence and filming in where they're trying to block you out, that's kind of where one starts and stops. So I find that stuff fascinating. Yeah. It's more for entertainment, but I mean, I learned some things on there too.
Yeah, I think that you hit the nail on the head during your session with the littles. You had said you guys don't know how to share, and I don't think they do. I don't think they do.
Yeah, they're not born knowing how to share. They got to be taught that.
You did identify, I think, a feeling. I don't know if it was really a feeling, but you kind of, the kids were upset about sharing. I don't know. I think it was the sled. They wanted to be pulled around. They wanted to do this, that. And you did identify it sucks taking turns, doesn't it? You know, I mean, that's the truth. Sometimes it does. And so.
Well, kids can be impatient.
Yep, and we all can be impatient. But I really think that identifying that it was, I mean, I don't think maybe they don't understand what it means to something sucks, but but you identified that there's a frustration with it, and you also identified that you guys don't know how to share.
Yeah.
So I really want to encourage you, Kelly, to use these opportunities as teaching because they don't know how to share. You know, they're not going to be able to figure it out on their own without some frustration or letting go or just giving in. You know, that's an important skill that we build on as we grow up. We have to share as an adult, like you said. And you want to know something? Sometimes it sucks. Sometimes it does. But everybody has a different teaching style with their children. And so that's what I wanted to ask you is for you to take this a step further now. We've had 2 sessions where, you know, we've had some pretty high heated moments with the kids because they have something that they want to do. They don't want to share. You're acknowledging it. So how would you teach them how to share? I mean, I can give you a million different ways that we teach parents, but everybody's teaching is different, or their styles are teaching of different.
Mm-hmm.
So what is something that you would be like, what can I do to teach them to share?
Yeah, that's what it comes down to, is either taking turns or sharing. Just like when they go in the bathroom. Mm-hmm. You know, you go first, you go second, sharing the toilet.
Okay. So like that, you go first, you go second. Okay. So kind of stepping in and being the parent in charge and delegating who goes first, who goes second, and then monitoring that.
Yeah, that's what we do in the bathroom. You know, they can't both wash their hands at the same time, so, but they can sit in the inner tube at the same time if they decide they can. One to one to hog it.
What if they can't?
Yeah, then it's take turns.
Okay.
And we've done that too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, you guys wanna get along or you wanna fight? Well, you gotta be fighting and it's gonna be one at a time.
And it's okay too to have that consequence of we either, you know, if we can't take turns, then it gets put away, right?
Yeah,
I mean, then you kind of have that, we need them to buy into, they want a turn, so if it does get put away, that's absolutely fine to do too. So I like that. You go first, you go second, you're gonna step in as a parent in charge, and then you would monitor the turns. Perfect. I like that. You had some really great, I even highlighted some moments that I was like, whoa, that was really, really good. Taking a breath, I noticed you followed through more this week, asking Johnny to take a breath. It was with the booster seat. He was having a hard time. The most dysregulation of the sessions was around breakfast. And then, so it was the first time that they sat at the table from 8:25 to 8:57. That was the highest counts of kids. Man, I'll tell you what, Johnny in that booster seat was just having a tough time. And then a little bit with the sharing, you again asked, you know, Johnny, or redirected him to use his words, so that's really good.
yeah.
That was super good. Johnny was asking for help. You were able to adapt with that. And then it looks like they got back to eating at 10:20.
Yeah.
Yep, and then again, those, I cannot figure out why they're having moments when they're eating. The bathroom transition was good. It's all around the eating time. For some reason, I got the booster on the first one, so
Hannah has them. We were chatting this morning with Hannah,
yeah.
and she had a tiger for Johnny. So.
She had a what?
Tiger, little teddy bear.
Oh, okay.
So the tiger gets to sit with him in the high chair. Then he dropped the tiger. Then they picked the tiger up for him. Well, the tiger can sit in the high chair with you next to you, because he had him on top of the tray, and he took a little tumble.
Oh my goodness.
Tigger, the bouncer Tigger, I guess, took a bounce. But Tiffany did more talking this morning than he did, and he didn't really say much of anything. Well, he did a little bit. He was off camera too, so it was hard to see him. Maybe that's part of it. But.
Yeah. They were in rare form on Wednesday afternoon. Holy smokes, both of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what, Sam had some stamina that day.
Yeah.
They were.
Well, she's feeling good. She's got a lot of stamina, but 4 pregnancies right in a row, and then her knee was giving her some trouble, and some of them car accidents.
Yeah.
It's challenging to say the least. I mean.
Yep, they definitely, and they're close in age. Tiffany's getting, independent. Johnny, he tends to be a little bit more needier.
I think a lot of parents too, I'm sure you know too as well, but like when I go drywalling places, they do it, but they'll have the older kids help out the younger kids. Well, look at, what's her name? Dolly Parton. I mentioned that to you, didn't I? So they all got assigned a younger kid when they're growing up.
Oh, because her family was so big?
Yeah, and Dolly actually lost hers. The child died I didn't know that until just the other day. But yeah.
But it was her sibling?
Yeah, they were all assigned a younger sibling, and hers died on her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like, wow, I didn't know that. But she is this lighthearted, kind. I mean, that's what she's portrayed anyway, like in the movie that she was in.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I didn't know that.
the one, like I said, with the littles, remember to use those opportunities to teach them. They don't know, and like I said, you hit it right. You told them you don't know how to share. Dad, step in and help them. So maybe we'll have some. Well, no. Well, we might. I said next time we have a session, maybe there'll be snow. It will be April. Close
It's
to April.
possible.
Possible. I wanted to talk to you about Fiona's session.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that you only got off the couch less than 2 minutes for the whole?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I shouldn't say the whole thing. You did get up towards the very end to clean. Was it more difficult to interact with Fiona? Were you tired? I mean, it appeared as if there were times that you were sleeping, but I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't sleeping.
Okay. But there was very little interaction with Fiona.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of wondering what that was about, or...
No, I just work a lot. I'm tired.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's during my work hours too,
Yeah.
Like if it's after work, then, and then part of it is just, I don't know, being inside too. It's not like there ain't nothing to do inside, but.
It's not your ideal place where you want to be.
Yeah. I'd like to be free to go do whatever, but yeah, so I mean, her and her mom, I don't remember the session, like.
They were putting together the beanbag.
Yeah, they were doing the beanbag, so I mean, I did help them with it towards the end. We got it figured out, but.
So I was just curious because it was almost an hour that Sam and Fiona tried, and you would verbally say things every now and then, but was there a reason why you decided not to help and she would have had more time to play with it, or?
No, I tried to offer my advice, and they didn't want to listen, so.
I didn't see that they didn't want to listen. I saw that they struggled. I think Sam definitely was struggling with how to put it together.
Well, I typically like stuff like that. I don't really care to do stuff like that.
Okay.
I will if I have to. Like sometimes, like I bought that shelf from Menards and put that up in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Denny, now on the other hand, he is really good at doing stuff like that.
Okay.
I just soon have the darn thing built for me. I mean, that's just the way I am.
Uh-huh.
Like, if I could buy something already set up, but no, I told them to put the black things on last. I told them a few times. They didn't listen. They want to do it their way. And Fiona, I mean, she's got a little bit of, I think, me in her that way. Like, where she gets stubborn like that, and she just wants to do it that way. So I kind of had to chuckle to myself a little bit because I didn't think of it right away, but it's like, oh yeah, and that might be something that I might do.
I think the thing that I think
The
about
determination.
too, I think the thing that I thought about when I was watching this is that you and Sam have been very vocal that she has challenges, and
Fiona or Sam?
Sam. I mean, both you and Sam have said that Sam has some challenges and things are difficult for her. Mm-hmm. So what was really, I will be honest, what was painful to watch is Sam trying and trying and trying and not getting the help. And then I think, I don't know if it was in your frustration, but you had made a comment of strike one, strike two, strike three, you're out, kind of reprimanding Sam. And Sam, I don't know if you heard her or not, but she actually kind of teared up and said, I try so hard.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I probably did say that, but I don't know what I said that about.
Yeah.
Strike three about what? Do you remember?
Yep.
I don't remember what
Mom could have assembled this last night. Mom could have brought a screwdriver or could have listened to me. Strike one, strike two, strike three, you're out. You're very, very stubborn. And Sam started to cry and said, I try so hard. And there was that was the end of the conversation. And then Fiona said, Dad, I'm sorry we didn't listen to you. So just being aware that Sam was trying, and it might not be something that you want to do, but working together as a team. And I think Fiona did end up figuring it together.
Yeah, we got it together.
And you said, give me 5. We did it together, and she said no. So I was just,
She says no about a lot of things.
yeah. So just being aware, Kelly, that sometimes, she was really trying. And I think it was challenging for her. She wasn't understanding it. Fiona wasn't understanding it. That was the only time that I've seen Fiona in a long time get upset about something. She was crying about the toy. And then you did prompt her, then, take a break. But the lack, I kind of figured that maybe it was a day you were tired. The week before, you spent a lot of time on the chair. I don't know if it's maybe finding something that, I don't know if there's an activity that you want to do with her that would help more with the engagement. I mean, is there a card game you could teach her? Is there a game itself?
It don't really matter.
Well, I can tell you that I really don't want to see another 2 hours laying down on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we need to have that interaction and that therapy, because I don't have much data for you for that day, because there wasn't a lot of things that you were doing with her, and we also have to make sure that she's getting that homework done. Supporting Sam when she does prompt it. Sam did give 2 reminders to get the homework done, and just supporting that. We need to make sure that we, as parents, we're helping them get that done.
Yeah.
That's all I got for today, which is a whole 20 minutes, and I know that Sam's waiting, so I told her I wouldn't keep you forever. But I asked Sam the same thing, because I want to put this in my my summary, but this far into, working with staff, is there like a skill that you think that you really improved on since the county had referred you to PCIT, or has it been kind of mute? I'm just looking for some feedback on that.
For skill?
Yeah, like, is there a skill that you're very confident that, hey, I learned about this, I practiced it, and I've generalized it to the point that, yeah, I learned something new.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the whole encompassing thing. Stuff that we went over last week. I think you had that piece of paper, and we emailed to get the overall routine down. And yeah, last week we did run short on time with Fiona. Like, she was scrambling to eat, she wanted to go outside.
Yeah.
And so we still got to work on that.
Maybe a routine or structure.
The routine for this, and this, to get it all, instead of scrambling at the very end.
Yeah.
We got kind of preoccupied with that game, I think. I don't know if that's where most of the time was spent.
Yeah, it was. It was almost a full hour. She played the basketball thing for a while, and that was what you got down on the floor and you played with her.
Yeah.
She liked that, and then she moved on to the beanbag thing, and it was almost an hour of trying to put it together.
Yeah, and then we brung it over to the Tonys.
Yeah.
Played it over there.
The beanbag or
the beanbag? Yeah. Yeah. Tony played it a little bit.
Yeah.
So he liked it.
How's he doing?
Good. He was at Trinity last night, I think. I tried calling him. Mom's like, well, he's at Trinity. You can call it 7:45 or 7:45, or was it quarter after 8, I thought. I said, well, he can call me if he wants. I said, he probably had a pretty full night. I said, it's getting a little late.
Now, he has a mentor over there, right? Or what do they do?
I think so. I don't know if he was in one thing and then he's transitioning out of that into another, or she's got them in a couple different activity things. I'm not sure.
So what would you say there would be one skill that,
Taking them to the bathroom. I mean, I've never done that before.
oh, yep.
Even with the other family.
I remember when you first started, you said, well, what should I do? Yep.
My ex-wife always did it.
Yep.
I never did any of that. So that's something kind of new for me.
Yep.
And they've been really good. Kids will be kids. Like, they're gonna be impatient, try to get underneath that stall. I gotta remind them, nope, stay here till the other one finishes up, and then they take turns washing their hands, and well, I'm sure you hear what goes on in there. But
Yep. And what would be something that you think that you'd like a little bit more practice on, or maybe a little bit more help on? Or maybe there's nothing.
yeah, I'd have to have them all laid out in front of me and try to go over that in my head.
Okay.
I'm, like the thing I just mentioned, trying to have that overall routine
Okay.
so that maybe we don't get too preoccupied with, which, even for me, even for anybody, that's part of that balance in life, right? And some people will specialize in something so much that sometimes some of the other areas of their life are not going to be perfectly in balance if they are going to excel in something, or maybe put together a beanbag. Sometimes there's going to be less time for other things.
And I
But
think
it's still important for her to eat.
Right.
And she wanted to get outside and do some stuff, so.
well, and as parents, we have to help our children prioritize.
It's prioritizing, and like if you ever watched Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I've seen it. It's not. Yeah, I haven't watched it recently, but
I
know who he is.
I don't watch it anymore, but back in the day I watched it a little bit. And before they set off to do something together, they would all join hands in a circle, and he would say a little prayer, like, okay, we're gonna go get this guy, and this is the game plan, and just like any effective team, whether it be family, whether it be us getting together, Fiona. So maybe we do need to have that little powwow, like, what are we all going to do today? Are we going to go outside and ride in the tube? Or are we going to put this thing together? Mm-hmm. And then once you got that plan together, then it's like, okay, well, we got to kind of do this at this time, and we'll do this next. And so maybe it's having that little game plan.
Yeah, I like that. I think our team meeting is on, so I'll see you on the 27th is the all family. So
Monday,
you won't have your solo session, but we'll do 11:30 to 1:30 with everybody here. Maybe you'll get enough snow and you guys can go outside.
Maybe.
Now you've got the big long sled that your mom brought in.
Yeah.
And you have the round circular one.
Yep.
So maybe, who knows, we'll get a snowstorm and you and Sam can load everybody up and drag people around in the snow.
Yeah, maybe if we could take, I'm not sure if that would work. Yeah, that might work. If we could take out 2 at a time or something, that might work. Because Sam won't be probably pulling them with her knee. So it'd be just me pulling. Yeah,
we'd have to all be together because I have to supervise. The county says we all have to be together.
Yeah, and I don't know how, unless Tony and Fiona wouldn't mind not riding,
Yeah.
But I don't know if I feel like having them all outside, taking turns like that might not go over that well. Yeah. Like if there was a hill.
Yeah, we're kind of,
then they could all
around here.
Huh?
We don't have any hill around here unless it's a snowbank.
Yeah, have to bring Pinehurst over here somehow, but then they could all be doing their thing and staying active. But to sit there and 2 go, because I'm not gonna pull all 4 of them.
Yeah.
Maybe Tony could pull Fiona. I don't know.
Think about it.
Maybe Tony could pull Johnny and Fiona could pull, but maybe they don't want to.
And you know, and
Ask them, I guess.
And I totally get that being inside or, being in these confined spaces isn't the ideal. I'm an outdoor person myself, and if there's things that you want to bring that, like I said, that would entertain the kids, but that you're also interested in, by all means, bring it.
Yeah. I mean, Sam spends time with Fiona. And, for me, it's like I kind of chime in here and there. Like, I didn't know how to figure that. I never put together a beanbag thing before. I didn't look at the picture in the box, but eventually we got it figured out. I knew those black things had to go on last. And go ahead, you want to put black things on? Put them on. So it caused one leg to be a little longer, but you could twist it to make it so that the legs were the same size or the same height. And, I kind of, it's like when I worked for Cherry Drywall, they would assign the big guy with the long arms for the reach. Mm-hmm. And the guy would ask him, why you got me doing this? And Cherry would say, well, because you can reach that. You got the long arms. So they would take people's strengths and they would assign that person to that task because of their strength. So that's kind of the way I do it. But
well, listen, you guys have a great weekend. I will see you back on the 27th.
Yeah, well, enjoy your trip.
Thank you.
It's always nice to get away.
It is. It is. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we gotta wait till the Dells too. Is kind of nice.
Did you enjoy that? Was it fun?
I would have just soon stayed home, but she likes to run around, have her fun. I did a lot more of that when I was young too. Now I just soon stay home and do real estate, but that's fine.
I laughed. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I said, I remember when I was growing up, my grandpa would say, he would tell my grandma he would want to go out to dinner, but he's like, I want to go to a place that's quiet. I don't want a lot of people there. And then when us kids would want to go to the water park, he'd be like, no, I don't want to. And I said, I'm getting to the age where it's like vacation to me is, I don't want to, if I go on vacation, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do anything. We're going to visit his family because that's where he's from. And I think for the whole week we're down there, I said, there's 2 things I want to do. The rest is,
yeah.
I don't want any plans. I don't want to, let me read, let me watch Netflix.
Kind of relax.
And anybody to, but.
Well, my grandma always said when she was alive, she's like, do the things you can do now when you're young, because when you get older, either you don't want to do them or you can't do them. Yeah. She had a lot of wisdom in her, and I don't like going to sports bars like Buffalo Wild Wings. It's just too loud, too echoey in there. It drives my ears crazy.
You know what else is like that is I love Texas Roadhouse food. Yeah. But I can't sit in there. That's echoey. How I feel. Yeah. And you're packed in these small little booths, and it's too loud.
Yeah. Coach riding.
Yep.
Not first class.
No, I love their food, and I can't. It's too much. And I don't know if it's with age that you just get over. I'm just like, no.
Well, you could order to go.
That's true, but then I can just cook it at home too. So.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they got those little areas you can pull up in.
Yep.
And you just sit out there, and they bring it out to you. My uncle now, my great uncle, I seen him down at Turtle Lake. This was quite a while ago, but he would order like 4 steaks or something, 3 or 4. Take them home. I'm not cooking for the week.
Oh.
That was his. He's a casino addict now, though.
Yeah.
I think he's a millionaire, so he's religious about his casinos. Every day of the week, he's got it all planned out.
Oh my goodness.
That's the way he lives.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's a warrior, a casino warrior. I don't care for casinos.
I don't either. I don't like gambling. I work too hard for my money to lose it.
Yeah, and the odds too are.
Plus there's like food, bills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, well then we'll see you guys on the 27th.
Yeah, you bet.
Okay,
Enjoy.
thanks, bye.